So today is March 9th, and these seedlings I started around about February 20th or so, give or take. So this is how well they've actually done. And if you remember, I had them in those cake pans. I still have them in the cake pans, but due to the germination rate, I kind of had to move things around because some things germinated quicker than others. And the tomatoes were pretty quick, and so were jalapenos. Anyway, so these are my seedlings, and I have a bunch of different numbers in each of these different cake pans now, but I'm so glad I numbered them because now I know what they are. So for example, this is a number 12, and I have a handy dandy little notebook here, and I can remind myself, well, what was number 12? And I can look at this and see that it was the San Marzano Roma tomato. So I keep this notebook handy just so that I can remember what's what. So what I do every night is I water these, and some of them are a little bit more fragile than others. For example, this whole section here has strawberry seedlings in there, and they are very, very small. I'll grab one out here so that you can see a little bit closer how small the seedlings are for the strawberries. And then the Aunt Molly's ground cherry, if you've never heard of that, neither had I. And so I'm just going to try that out. Those are pretty small too. So those I water with my sprayer, but these other ones are getting a little bit bigger and a little bit hardier, so I can go ahead and put the sink on kind of a low drip. I take my pan over to the sink, I take a cup out, I put some water in the cup, and then put it back in the tray, and it works fine. For my previous video, I was complaining about the fact that I ran out of the bigger Dixie cups and I used some of the smaller ones. Yeah, I'm really kicking myself in the butt for that because I don't like these cups and I should have known better. Like, one of the things that I don't like about the cups is that they're so fragile, and the bottom holes, they kind of swelled up and closed on me. So the seedling was going to get waterlogged, so I had to kind of punch a bigger hole in the bottom. So as soon as I get them in the mail, I'm going to transfer these bigger seedlings into cow pots, and that's going to take up a whole lot more room, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Probably get a third light and put them on the bottom. So as you can see, some of these little seedling pots, I have a little too many seedlings in one cup. This one, I don't know what I was doing here. So I've got 5. My cats are playing in a plastic bag. Sorry, and I'm not going to redo this. So this has way too many, and I will have to be very, very gentle to transfer those into bigger pots. I'll make a video on that when I do it. And I bet you some gardeners who have done this a whole lot more than me might have some comments about that. So that's one row. I'll back up a little bit so that you can see. I've got 3 cake pans there, and then I have 3 cake pans down here with more seedlings in them. So what I was doing is, as the seedlings were actually sprouting, I would put them in a cake pan and then fill up a pan. Like this one has room for a couple more. And the seedlings, or the cups, I guess, that did not yet germinate, I kept in their own cake pan. So that's actually down here, and I have it on the bottom. I keep the top on most of the day. I take it off for a couple of hours at night to let the soil breathe. I keep it moist, and it's actually right by my heater vent. It's not right above it, it's sort of to the side of the heater vent, which keeps this area really humid and moist. Now look, these are the only cups that have not germinated. Out of all of those that I did, I'm so excited about that. This is so unlike anything I've ever done before. And I'm really, really super proud that I've had such a great germination rate, which means, of course, that I'm going to have more fruits and vegetables than I know what to do with. So I will end up donating some to friends and perhaps donating some to my university because we have a community garden. I did that last year, but I really didn't have too many that I didn't use because I really didn't know what I was doing. Oh, and by the way, look at that one. This is number 8. Can't remember what number 8 is, but look at how close. I must have like shook out the seed packet and accidentally got 2. So gardener friends online tell me to pinch it off. I cannot kill a seedling. So I'm going to go ahead and try to separate that when I have the cow pot, but do it very, very gently. And number 8 is, oh, the Baker Creek terracotta tomato. So the point of how to keep these seedlings happy is to give them all this light, about 16 hours a day. Make sure that the soil is moist but not soaking wet. And they seem to be extremely happy. And I will make another video as I transfer seedlings a little bit later.